Okay, so what we have exactly in this network scanning, we need to gather the informations or collect the information with the help of different mechanisms. We can say the active and passive footprinting, right? And with the tools, with the command, we can gather the information about the domain, individual, or any organization, all those things, right? After getting those information about any individual or any organization, we need to verify those network details, or we need to scan those networks. Scanning means similarly we can check that the port number, the services, the OS details, the OS versions, the application versions, right? And maybe the another protocol and the port number, like the which port are open all over those machines, and the different mechanisms, right? So similarly, we have a universal tool, or we can say a utility that name is Nmap, right? We can say it's like network mapping. So with the help of this tool or this command, what we can do that we can discover or scan network, right? Apart from this Nmap, we have another tool as well, like we can say the Ngraph scanner. Even though for the Nmap we have a graphical tool, we can say a Zenmap and all those things. Now how we can check those things with the help of Nmap? So the first point, we need to check or discover my host, right? Entire the network. So what command we have, that what I can do, that I can simply use Nmap and 10.10.0/24. It means what? It means show me the all the hosts that use this particular network, like 10.10.10.1 2 3 4 5 and 6 and so on, right? And I'm using a subnet mask of 24. Hit enter, right? It show all the machines, right, that connect with this particular network. And what's the network we have there, like 10.10.10, like that. If you notice now, we have these machines information, like the first variant 10.10.01. okay, so this is my VMware machine. All those they are saying that we have like 10.10.2, we have 10.10.10 like 10, it's a VMware. So all these are my virtual machines and all those things. We have 22 machines, we have 23, right? And we have 254, that is my gateway. 31, that is my another systems, correct? One together they so also will provide those machines name and then the open services and port number. It will show in that mechanisms, correct? Right, either simple use a Nmap modules, we can say Nmap, and then the man page, manual pages, you can check all those options and all those connect, right? So there is a lot of options, lot of way, right? With the help of these options and these way, what we can say, we can find those systems informations, maybe the manually process, or maybe the depend on that, like wanted to verify the manually, then you can verify those manually process. You can also use this kind of automated script. I mean in every minute or every second it execute, right? So again, mega ping is like a Windows based tool, right? Simple download, you will get a nice console, and inside this console you can mention your hosts ranges, maybe the domain, maybe the IP and all those things. Okay, so let me launch this application, and here we got a mega ping scan. Okay, so this is a console. You can verify single like wanted to verify your own information, then simple click on the system info, right? It will show your information, like your system information, like where this package is installed, I mean your Windows 11 machines information. But I need another host information, then what I can do, that I can simple click on the IP scanner mechanisms tools, right? And here maybe you want to change the ranges, you can change the range. Want to change verify any host, you can check the host, like I need information about something 10.10.1.22, and then start scanning. It will search only that machine's informations, right? So what they are saying, that the machine status is live, okay, and just explore this section. It show those machines informations and all those things, right? Then it will show those different information about those systems and those machines, right? Similarly, okay, it's like a slow kind of thing. Okay, similarly, wanted to verify the domain information. We can say we have a domain, something like all domain, you can mention that, right? You can mention the domain name and all those things. So either mention the all domain or maybe the selected domain, right? You can simple selected domain. If you have a selected domain, you can simple mention those domain information, like something servers and Linux machines and all those things. Depend on your environment, you guys can use that, right? You can simple select on all those things. If you want to select those things, you can select those things. Otherwise, you can also mention those particular, I mean you can call the file informations as well. In the host, actually you can mention a domain name too as well, like that, I think so. right? So you can also verify those things with the help of this domain. Try to scan. Okay, if you notice now we're getting those my host IP. Okay, so this is the IP address and all those things. Okay, if you notice now the detail value and all those things, what I'm getting that, so this is a different machines information. Okay, so this is like our machine informations and all those things, right? If you need a report and all, you can use that. Wanted to scan the port and all those things, you can mention the host informations, right? And then you can also mention those port scanning for those particular system, you can scan that. So again, what command and option we have, that you can find and you can scan those system information in that way where we can perform those kind of scanning. So we can verify the port scanning, mention the host addresses, click on the start, it will show those port record like that. So these ports are open over those machines, so depend on your environment, you guys can use that. Similarly, in the offensive based machines, maybe in the Kali and in the Parrot machines, by default tool inbuilt that we can say SX tool, right? That allow to check the network scanning with the help of ARP mechanisms, RARP, ICMP, TCP and UDP. Maybe any protocol you can mention that, right? So what you can do that, SX, I need information about with mechanism, ARP. Why I'm using ARP? Maybe the other protocol are disabled from the target machines, right? So you can simply mention the ARP scanning for now. So you can use this particular scanning, right? If you have a single node, you can mention the single node information, right? So yes, this is Microsoft machine, wanted to verify entire network, then you can mention /0/24. It means I need a information about all the network, like 10.10.1.0/24. It show that we have this network like 1.11, this is Microsoft machines and this is Microsoft, and other machine like 1.14, 9, maybe these machines hide with their naming visibility. So maybe depend on that, if that is like openly available, it show in that way, but we have alternate way and mode to verify or to scan those kind of settings and those kind of services. Okay, so that's the point. You want to check the information in the JSON format, you can also use the JSON format like that. So this option is not recommendation, it's optional, you can verify that, right? So you can use this particular mechanism like SX that help you to verify those different information. You can use this particular SX, and what option I can use that, so I can use the ARP scanning, the Docker scanning again, just like an important point, right? Elastic Beanstalk search, then we have ICMP scanning, then sockets, then TCP and UDP scanning. All the options are there, so accordingly you guys can search with that. Similarly, Nmap organization offer the graphically tool that we can say Nmap, right? So Nmap and Nmap are both are same. Nmap we can say is like command line utility, whether the Nmap is like a graphically, where you can just mention those command, you can mention those things, or either you can mention those IP addresses, and depend on their situations and their way, they can simple explore, kick, and then your packet are accessible. After install those things, right? So we have a Nmap graphically managed by the Nmap utility again, and here we got a console, right? So simple mention those target. By default the command is executing the backend. Like let's say I want to execute like 10.10.1.22, if you notice now, right? And intense scanning, it means they are scanning the deep and dive and all those things, or either you can mention the ping and many options you can use that, right? And what command is executing the backend, they are executing in the aggressive mode, verbose, right? Just click on this scanning. If you notice now, they are going to scan in the same report. They are accessing this, like these are details, these are like your ports and all those things, everything is mentioned in that way. Clear with that, right? So what options we have, that again whatever command you are firing, those things run in the backend, right? So you can use this particular -s with T, the verbose mode, then target IP, right? So S means what we can say, we are using that, we are performing the TCP scanning. V stand for verbose, it will print those output. I think you guys know the verbose means in the Linux based machines, right? So it print like that we did earlier, right? So that's the point, right? Similarly, you can if you want to verify those things, all the output are going to store inside this particular host sections, right? You can check the which host I have there, so that is my host and all those things. What services we have there, that host is my something like that. You can verify the host information, the services information, and after that the protocol information about those. So these are the services and all. Okay, so these are a point and all, right? You can mention the single way, either you can mention the graphically way too as well, right? Wanted to check the details, so you can also click on the topology. They're talking about that. You can mention this particular topology sections too as well, so you can mention in the topology sections, right? So what point we have exactly, we can mention something like st, right? If you wanted to verify, then you can verify, right? So the point and all those are remain same. With the help of this point and all, we can mention in that way or those way, right? Okay, so if you notice now, what we can do, that we can simple perform those scanning and those services. So you can check then topology, wanted to verify the host details. So these are like machines, they are providing 97% accuracy, right? They're providing a 97% accuracy, not 100%. Why? Because that could be delay and all those things. So this is a host status, these are IP addresses, the machine's name, okay, and what port they're using, that you can explore the port used, right? The OS classes and all those things, they're using a Windows family, and the generation may be the Windows 10, all those things, the TCP scan, everything maybe is about those parameter and those sections as well, right? So it's like a graphically tool. With the help of these tool, what we can do, we can simple gather those machines information, the host, the topology, the service and all those things.